Hello! So I have been acquiring books slowly, actually, I'm impressed, but acquiring them nonetheless, so I thought I'd give you the rundown on the books that I haven't told you about yet, which have been acquired over I want to say a few months. It feels like it's been a few months, possibly not, maybe just a month, but anyway, yes. So, straight into it. Firstly, we have Lucky by Alice Sebold. This is a memoir about Alice Sebold's rape and her subsequent feelings towards that and how she dealt with it. Alice Sebold is the author of The Lovely Bones, which is a book I read a while ago. I quite liked the film. The book was pretty heavy and not amazing, but I'm hoping for big things with this. I really want to get into memoirs because I do enjoy them and I haven't read many, so looking forward to this one. I think it'll be quite interesting. I always think it's interesting to see how people cope with trauma and how they come out of it at the other side, so we'll hopefully enjoy that one. Then I got Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. I've only ever read one Neil Gaiman, and that was The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which I wasn't mad about. This is a child's book that he has written, with illustrations by Chris Riddell, who, if you know, did the Goth Girl illustrations and stuff, and his illustrations look quite cool. So there's not many pictures in here, but there's the odd picture. So yes, and everybody said this is really good fun, so I'm hoping to enjoy that one a little bit more than I did The Ocean at the End of the Lane. Then I picked up The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, or as we know, J.K. Rowling. I was in two minds about picking this up because I've kind of gone through a stage this year where I don't really want to pick up books for the sake of it, like just easy reads. I want to read stuff that really means a lot and enriches me a lot. But I read the first one, The Cuckoo's Calling, and it was okay. Your average detective story, good for a bit of a break in between heavier books. And so I kind of felt like I should carry on, and this was cheap, and, you know, if I ever need it. I don't think I'll get around to that anytime soon, but if I ever feel like it, it's there. Then I got We Were All Completely Beside Ourselves by Karen Joy Fowler. I have seen this about, I don't really know what it's about. I think it's about sort of mental illness, I want to say, though I might be completely off that. I think it might be about an imaginary friend or something along those lines. But anyway, a lot of people say this is really good. I've kind of been spoiled by this, I think inadvertently. I don't think the person realised that she was spoiling anything, but it kind of did spoil a bit for me. But, you know, I'm still hoping to enjoy it and kind of take that point out of my mind. Then I got Kazuo Ishiguro's The Artist of the Floating World. This is one of Kazuo Ishiguro's older works. I think he wrote quite a few books about Japan and like life in Japan before he got famous with, you know, Never Let Me Go and things like this. So it'll be interesting to read. I believe it's about a Japanese... Oh, it's rebuilding itself after the World War II. And it's about a certain man and how he sort of starts rebuilding his life. I think it's just about his retirement and how he rebuilds his own life. And it's not hugely thick, and it just sounds quite interesting. I actually got this at the swap and, you know, the bookshelf at work that we have that we can swap books for. Although you have to pay for them and swap a book, which annoys me because that defeats the object. It's not about raising money. It's about, you know, you buy a book, you take a book, you put a book back. That's, you know, that's the idea of a sharing library. But anyway, so yes, I was excited to see this because normally it's just a load of like abuse memoirs and like some 50 Shades of Grey on there, so that was exciting. Then I got The Help by Catherine Stockett. For a few years I've been aware of this book and sort of avoided buying it for various reasons. A lot of people have said because it's written by a white woman about black women and slavery and, well, not slavery, they're sort of servants, but how they were treated. I think it's set in the 1960s, 1962 in Mississippi, and how the black people are treated and the black servants and stuff. Yes, a lot of people have criticised this from the fact that she is a white author trying to write from the perspective of black women, and she even, I think, uses the sort of language of the black women of the time, and apparently it's a bit annoying and a bit unnecessary, but I think I might enjoy it. The film was okay. I didn't love it, but I think it's worth a read, seeing as I've watched the film a few years ago and I do want to rewatch it, so I'd rather read it first. And yeah, anyway, so that's everything. Not a huge deal, which I'm quite pleased with, like because I normally have my list, like my piles for my videos on the shelf, and I have my Read This Month pile and my Haul pile, and they were equal this month, so that makes me feel good. But yes, bye!